After upgrading his new skill, Rokan went to the lair of the Orge clan. An Orge discovered Rokan, roared and attacked him. Rokan dodged the attack, jumped high and unleashed a killer move. He only used one move, a fatal strike. His weapon turned into a giant and slashed towards the Orge. A powerful blow blows up a piece of land. Rokan adjusted the skill parameters. The skill just used was counter-attack. Skill effect increases attack, causing critical damage by 50%. While Rokan was adjusting his skills, an Orge approached him. He was calm in front of the Orge, looking at it as weak as an ant. Rokan jumped and attacked the Orge. After defeating all the Orges, in front of Rokan was the silhouette of a two-headed Orge from before. The two-headed Orge is double or maybe 3 times the size of a normal Orge. Before, Rokan was afraid of encountering it, but now, he has a newly created skill in his hands, enough to fight it hand-to-hand. The two-headed Orge emits terrifying pressure, making opponents who encounter it feel afraid. The Orge rushed towards Rokan, used a pair of iron axes to slash down, with terrible power, both limiting the space to prevent Rokan from avoiding the attack and emitting maximum power. The axe blade cut off a few strands of Rokan's hair, but his face was expressionless. In the face of adversity, a state of madness enveloped Rokan, transforming him. Falling into this state, Rokan's body moved autonomously, passing over the two-headed Orge. Before the Orge could notice the difference around it, a head was chopped off without knowing anything. When only one head remained, it roared angrily, holding its weapon with full force and slashing at Rokan. When Rokan falls into this state, his body moves on its own like Son Goku's Ultra Instinct. He dodged all attacks with ease. In a violent state, both speed and strength are at an indeterminate level. Blocked the full strength blow of the two-headed Orge's axe. When the Orge uses its second axe, attack Rokan. He seized the moment, activating the weapon-breaking skill. The Orge was stunned by the change in the halo behind Rokan. Before the surprised eyes of the two-headed Orge, it was impossible to determine what consciousness passed by. Just felt his second weapon shatter in the air. During this time, Rokan just lightly touched everything that could be considered a weapon and it all shattered. As if he were a god. Just snap his fingers and the opponent's weapon would be gone. Two-headed Orge, I don't understand why Rokan can destroy its weapons. Now all he knows is to finish off Rokan to relieve his anger. Rokan jumped up high to avoid the attack. He stood on top of the Orge's head. Around Rokan there was a flow of power that helped him move within a short range to avoid the attack. Two-headed Orge sees Rokan in the air, unable to dodge. It spread its giant hand to catch him. Rokan clasped his hands, formed seals, and used the burst skill. The power flows around him are compressed to great pressure, emitting power that destroys heaven and earth. Push away all dangers around you. He gently landed on the ground. Behind him were two-headed Orge, his body covered in blood, bones all over his body broken. Rokan slammed his foot down, causing the whole earth to shatter. Behind him, a giant axe appeared. The scene is like a war god smashing an ant to death. He honors the strong warrior who fights him with the most dignified finish. Using the observation skill, only seeing flashes of light passing by, Orge's two-headed body cut into pieces. At the end of the battle, Rokan opened the magic book and returned to the central continent. This was the 4th city he had visited. He opened his inventory and saw that his prize was the double-headed Orge battle axe. This level of weapon is rare. Effect gives 20% attack increase. While he was busy looking at items, around him many people were noisily rushing to go somewhere. He was surprised. What everyone was making so much noise was because the person in front was a female saint. Seeing a female saint, Rokan's evil expression appeared. Plan something.